We recently studied how Hashem commanded Moshe to avenge the Midianites for their drawing the Jews into their promiscuous and idolatrous behavior. Instead of marching forth and leading the forces out to battle, as Moshe had previously done, Moshe hired Blackwater. Remember Blackwater? They were in the news with the war in Iraq and all that. Well, it's actually not the first time they were in the Middle East. They were hired by Moshe. Okay, I'm kidding. It was actually a Jewish force that Moshe outsourced the war to, led by Pinchas. Why did Moshe outsource the war? Was he trying to avoid congressional oversight? Was he perhaps trying to hide his doings from the prying eyes of the media? Why did Moshe outsource the war? After all, Hashem had commanded him to avenge the Midianites, not Pinchas. The Medrash explains that Moshe owed a lot to the Midianite people. When Moshe was convicted of murdering an Egyptian many years before, he had skipped the country and found asylum in Midian. The Midianites never extradited him to Egypt. Not only that, he found his wife, met his wife, and married Zipporah, fathered 2 children, all of them in Midian. They actually stayed in Midian and lived in Midian all the time that Moshe was with the Jewish people in Egypt, taking them out to the desert. They only rejoined him in the desert. Therefore, Moshe owed the Midianites a debt of gratitude. He couldn't personally lead the war against them. He had to hire Pinchas to do it. You know, there's a powerful message in the Midrashic explanation. Think about this for a minute. How often do you express gratitude to the people in your life? How often do you express gratitude to God for the blessings in your life? Now, take a look at this. What do you see? If you're like many people, I'll bet you said a black dot. Did you notice the clean white paper that it's on? So often we focus on the negative and forget to express gratitude for the positive in our life. In Judaism, we make an emphasis on expressing gratitude. One of the most famous songs is Dayenu from the Passover Haggadah. We list what seems like an itemized list of everything Hashem did for us when taking us out of Egypt until we built the temple in Jerusalem. After each line, we say, Dayenu. It would have been enough if this was all that Hashem did for us. In other words, we express our gratitude for every single thing that the Almighty did for us. In fact, we begin every morning with a short but powerful line. Modeh ani lefanecha, melech chai v'kayam, shechazarta bi nishmasi b'chemla, rabba emunasecha. I offer thanks to you, living and eternal King, for you have mercifully restored my soul within me. Your faithfulness is great. When we start the day with focusing on the blessings in our lives and expressing gratitude for them, our day will be a much more positive day. Beginning with an attitude of gratitude leads us to seeing more positive things in our lives. Soon, we'll barely notice the challenges. Try it. You'll like it. Here are some thoughts to consider. Do I express sufficient gratitude to Hashem for the blessings I have in my life? Do I express gratitude to my spouse, my children, my family in the proper measure? And finally, what am I going to do to express my appreciation and gratitude? Thank you for joining. Glad you watched this. I'd love to hear your feedback. Please leave a comment, send me an email. I'd love to hear from you.